Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Miss Alicia Herpesad. Today, as part of the Information Processing course, I will be presenting on the topic Information Organization and Storage. We will explore how we manage the massive amounts of data generated in our digital world as of 2026. For a brief introduction, I will just introduce the topic. Information organization and storage is the systematic process of establishing, handling, and saving data so that it remains accessible. And in 2026, this is no longer just a good idea. It is a technical necessity for every modern organization. So first we will talk about what is information organization. So organization is like the logic sign of a coin. It involves categorizing data so it can be found and managed. Think of file folders on your PC, complex database, and even the catalog systems in a library. Without organization, data is just noise. Now, what is information storage? So this is the physical and digital infrastructure, the hardware and the cloud systems that hold your files in reserve. It ensures that your documents and videos and images are secure and ready for retrieval whenever you may need them. Now, we're going to talk about the importance of information organization and storage. Why does this matter? Proper systems allow us to locate research materials instantly. It reduces the risk of catastrophic data loss and significantly increase productivity within professional groups and organizations. Now, we will now look at the types of storage device. In this slide, we see the most common types today. This includes the hard disk drives, which are great for high capacity storage, and solid state drives, which are much faster and much more durable. We also we also use portable options like USB flash drives and memory cards for moving data between devices quickly. Next, we have the primary versus secondary storage. These are two very important categories, and it is important for us to understand the difference. So, primary storage, like the RAM, is volatile, meaning it holds data while the computer is on to help it run apps. And secondary storage, like your hard drive or cloud account, is non-volatile. This is where your files live permanently even when the power is turned off. Now we will look at file organization methods. So how do we actually arrange these files? So as shown here, there are four main methods. First, you have alphabetical, which is like a phone book. Numerical, which is like using ID numbers or codes. Then we have chronological. This is organizing by date and time. And then we have category or subject, which is by grouping similar items like financial records or photos. And choosing the right method ensures that retrieval is fast and efficient. Next, we're going to look at database. For large amounts of structured data, we use database. Unlike a simple list, a database allows us to store cross-reference and retrieve specific records instantly. For example, a school database can link a student's name to their grades, attendance, and contact info all in one place. Another part of information organization and storage is cloud storage, and this is a 2026 staple. Instead of saving a file on your physical computer, you save it on a remote server managed by providers like Google Drive, OneDrive, or iCloud. And this allows for anywhere access, meaning you can start a document on your laptop and finish it on your phone while on the go. Now we will move on to the current trends in information storage. So looking at the landscapes in 2026, the biggest trend is the integration of artificial intelligence in data management. We are seeing AI that automatically tags and organizes files alongside the growth of big data storage solutions. And these can handle petabytes of information with incredible speed. And now we have some real world applications of information storage and organization. So let's look at how this impacts different sectors. For example, we have healthcare. Hospital uses electronic healthcare records, which is EHR for short. If a patient is admitted to an ER in a different country, their organized digital history allows doctors to see life-saving allergy information in seconds. Also in finance, we can look at the digital banking app. Every time you check your balance, you are interacting with a highly organized database that must process millions of transactions per second with 100% accuracy. Now we have challenges we can face with data management. So the primary challenges we face today includes security threats, physical risk of hardware failure, and the sheer volume of data, which can lead to information overload and if it's not managed correctly. Consider this 2024 to 2025 ransomware attack on global healthcare system. When information organization is disrupted by a cyber attack, surgeries are cancelled and patients' care stop. Next, we have the ethical consideration of data storage and organization. So ethics are central to this field. As we store more personal data, we must adhere to strict private privacy regulations. Responsible data management means preventing the misuse of information and ensuring that personal privacy is never sacrificed for the sake of convenience. For example, think of data privacy in social media. Every like or follow is stored information. The ethical challenge here is how much of that data should a company be allowed to keep? With regulations like the GDPR, which is the General Data Protection Regulation, organizations are now legally and ethically required to ensure that if a user asks for their data to be forgotten, the storage system is organized well enough to find and delete every trace of it. Also, we have data backup. So data backup refers to the process of creating copies of the data in order to avoid loss. And to mitigate these risks, we utilize a robust backup strategies like external hard drives or cloud-based storage. And backups can be used to recover information in case of system failures. Now we have security in information storage. So the 2026 standards require multi-layered protections, including advanced encryption, biometric, and firewall to keep data out of the wrong hands, especially with so many cyber attacks and with people trying to steal your information and use it in the wrong way. Now, for this topic, we will look at the future of information storage. So, looking ahead, the future is bright. and we are moving towards even larger cloud solutions. Nearly um, near instant retrieval time and fully autonomous AI systems that will organize our digital lives without human intervention. And this future could bring um, better cybersecurity solutions as well. So, in conclusion, information organization and storage are very important to the world of computing.